welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, continuing our look at Mexican-American history, we're going to be looking at the pig-star Disney film, Coco. So Coco tells the story of a young boy by the name of Manuel, who wants to sing, but singing is banished in his family because his grandmother's father, Hector, who wanted to be a singer, disappeared and left the family in poverty. But Manuel is obsessed with this other singer, also dead. Well, actually, no, Hector is dead. I'm trying to think if the singer that he's in love, that he's obsessed with is, and I just lost my, isn't dead yet. He dies in the he dies in the film. I think something drops on it. What is his name? And I can't. Oh no, he is dead. He is dead because this takes place over the Day of the Dead. So I'm going to explain slightly that to people who are not familiar with this. The Day of the Dead is a Mexican festival that lasts over 3 days between October 31st and November 2nd. The Catholics call them All Souls and All Saints Day, are the 1st and 2nd of November. It celebrates the dead. It's become more popular. It kind of fell out of favor, and now it's kind of come back, particularly in northern Mexico, where they celebrate the dead. And in this story, and it is believed even as part of this culture, that the dead can come back if their families remember them. And that is the thing. Hector, who is Manuel's great grandfather. Yeah, I think it's his great grandfather. It's his great great grandfather. Yes, it's his grandmother's father. Nobody remembers him because his wife ripped apart his photo and it can't be found, and it's not being presented on the altar because they have their altares. And yes, my Spanish is horrible, where they put pictures and stuff, that great foods and different things to remember the people who have passed so they can celebrate them. And in this story, if your family isn't celebrating you, you can't get out of the land of the dead. So he's trying to get out. His nemesis, who Manuel actually steals this guy's guitar, and he gets pulled into the land of the dead because his family's mad at him because they don't want him singing, and he wants to sing in the festival. And he gets into the land of the dead, and strange things happen, and eventually it's found out that this great singer that Manuel admired actually stole the songs from his grandfather, Hector, because for a while, actually, he thinks this great singer is his grandfather, and then he runs into Hector, who doesn't know who he is. But it is revealed that Hector is his grandfather, that the guitar originally belonged to him, the guitar that Manuel steals from his idol's tomb, and that all the music had belonged to Hector, who is, again, the actual grandfather. But, so there's this huge chase scene at the end where Manuel is trying to get out of the land of the dead, kind of with the help of his dead family, so he can get his grandmother to remember Hector before he basically disappears, because you only have a limited time when you're not remembered. And he's able to get back, and I think the photograph is destroyed, so he doesn't have a photograph, but he sings to his grandmother, and she remembers, and she pulls out a photograph of her grandfather. And so they reveal the truth. Manuel is able to sing in the festival. His grandmother, though she has dementia, kind of remembers her father, and they start remembering her father. His photo goes back up on the altar, so he's able to come back, and it's a happy ending. I like this film. There's a lot of color. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of music. The Day of the Dead is it's a special holiday to me because I like the idea of celebrating death and making it more of a remembrance. So this was specifically important in about 2 years ago. My family and I went to San Antonio in October. The end of that September, I lost my own mother. So that was a little over 2 years ago. She died suddenly of heart disease. So, I've always been interested in it since I was a kid back in Hawaii. I don't know why, but it's an interest to me, and I love this film because, again, there's a lot of color. It's Pixar, so it's fantastic. The music is wonderful, and it's just fun. And it's the idea of you have this mystery, and you have this kid who's trying to be himself and show his family that it's okay, and to share music and to celebrate their family. So it is a great family film. It is PG. It's PG. Why am I trying to say it's PG-13? It's PG. It's a Pixar film. Yes, somebody dies, but again, it's animation. There's no blood, there's no gore, there's no swearing. There's a little bit of violence. Also because our big bad guy tries to catch Manuel, and I think some sort of dead dragon thing is involved. And he runs into his late great-grandmother who can't stand her ex-husband until she realizes that he didn't actually abandon her and he was murdered. So, but again, it's a good family film. There's a lot of family. There's a lot of chaos. From what I can tell, it's definitely representative of the Mexican community and the Mexican family. So this connection to Josefina it's very likely she would have celebrated the Day of the Dead, or at least in the form of All Saints Day and All Souls Day. So in November, though I do not, it's never brought up in her books, and I haven't finished reading her mysteries. It's not in her short stories either. So, but again, this is part of that culture. So it's just moved forward. They would have honored the dead in that way in October. So it is, how long is this film? Pretty sure they were good with it's an hour and 45 minutes. So this is fun for the whole family. It's Disney, it's Pixar. If your kids really don't like scary stuff, probably not, but you know your children, it's a great way to look at Hispanic history and to study the Day of the Dead, and it has a lot of music and it talks about the ancestors. So this is a great kind of cultural film. And again, I highly recommend it. It's very, very enjoyable for everyone. So that is it for this review. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. Again, I will be continuing with Josefina. This month, we'll be moving on to the 1850s with Cecile and Marie Grace in New Orleans, then heading up north, still in the 1850s with Kirsten in Missouri, and then we'll move on to Addie, who will be looking at the American Civil War and slavery in the 1860s. And then we'll move on through history from there. So, again, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and check out the rest of the channel. Thank you.